Daily, millions of children have their rights violated. They experience violence and abuse, are denied access to education, healthcare, or social benefits, and are separated from their families. These violations are often carried out with impunity, and few children can access justice to put right the wrongs in their lives. Everywhere, groups of children are being left behind, victims of prejudice and discrimination. All children face barriers in accessing justice, but children with mental disabilities face even bigger ones. UNICEF, the Mental Disability Advocacy Centre, and others are working together to drive change. Access to justice for all children is far-reaching in many aspects of their lives. It can challenge decisions to separate children from their parents. It can restore social benefits that support vulnerable families in caring for their children and undo discriminatory decisions such as exclusion from school. It can put an end to abuse and order reparation. In Bulgaria, a small group of human rights lawyers and activists work directly with the most vulnerable children and their families to help them claim their rights. But the system has not yet changed enough to ensure this, a common challenge in Europe and around the world.
Съм консултант на Mental Disability Advocacy Center за България, което означава, че водя дела, свързани с достъп до правосъдие на хора с ментални проблеми и лобирам за промяна в системата, която засяга техните права.
Annetta is on her way to visit one of her clients, a 14-year-old girl with autism. One day her mother picked her up from school and noticed her bra was missing. Her parents strongly suspected that she had been sexually abused.
Как да ви кажа? Всеки баща иска да предпази децата си.
Към днешна дата никой не взе отношение, нито една от институциите, които информирахме, никой не отреагира.
Когато е констатирано, че тя е преживяла това насилие, справедливостта изисква тя да получи незабавен достъп до грижи, които да й помогнат по най-бързия начин да преодолее онова, което е преживяла. Вместо това, тя е получила отричане, получила е недоверие, получила е едно мълчание, така да се каже.
While there are cases where families or organizations approach the justice system on behalf of children, there is also a need for children to be able to make complaints themselves and to be taken seriously.
Justice system is created for adults, and it reflects the attitude of the society that children are not really human beings with rights, and that needs to change.
In Bulgaria, if a child wants to go to a court, it's almost impossible because according to our procedural laws, only adults can file a claim to the court or start some case.
Venceslava is 14 years old and has an intellectual disability. At the age of 1, the only option given to her mother was to place her in an institution. No support to keep her home was provided to the family at the time.
За Венцислава, какво да ви кажа, тя обича, радва се на лакомства, като я посещавах, поне така беше. Сега не знам, доста време, 2-3 години повече, ако не съм я виждала.
Случая на Венцислава илюстрира начина, по който правата на децата се нарушават. Фактът, че тя вместо да бъде отглеждана от семейството и вместо семейството да получи цялата необходима подкрепа, за да се справи с предизвикателството, което има пред себе си, с нуждата да се грижи за това дете, вместо това тя е била поставена в институция.
children with disabilities may require extra support when accessing justice. International law says they must be given this.
We have had a few occasions when children had to be present in the court themselves, and they were somehow dismissive of them and their needs and their ability to express. So I think that the legal system in Bulgaria specifically, they have to know more about children with profound mental disabilities and how these children can be supported to access all their rights.
Making these changes can be difficult, but they are possible. In a landmark decision from 2008, one of Annetta's cases set a precedent for children with disabilities and their right to access education. Upon reaching 16, Deutschen was denied further education because of his disability. MDAC and Annetta lodged a complaint to challenge this.
Ние бяхме много уверени в правотата си първо и се надявахме да... най-вече ние се борихме за някаква кауза, която е доста голяма, касае много деца.
Deutschen and his family won, and the court said that he had the right to further his education. However, it took more than 3 years to reach a final decision, meaning that Deutschen lost valuable time in his education. His case helped many other young people with disabilities, but it was too late for him.
Можеше да продължиш още.
First of all, families and children need to be better informed about their rights and where to go and who to ask for help when their rights are violated. And when their rights are violated, when they decide to seek help and redress by the court, they need to be supported. And this support should come from community members, from lawyers, from social workers or NGOs, but they should not be alone in this process.